So let's go to our basket view. Right now it's empty. And again, we need to gain access here to our environment, this basket view model. So what I can do is actually just really quickly copy this and paste it here. So now we have access to our basket view model in this view as well. So let's set up our UI. In our body, we are going to put a navigation stack. Inside our navigation stack, I will have a Z stack. Inside my Z stack, I will have a V stack. And inside my V stack, the reason we are using a Z stack will be obvious in a few minutes. But in our V stack here, we are going to have a list of all the drinks that we have in our basket. So I will say list. And because we want to have an option to delete something from our list, we cannot just say list and we say our order dot items. This would work, but then we cannot delete anything from here. That's why we just say list. And inside the list, we will use a for each. And we pass our, not order, we want to have our basket. Actually, it's a better name to where we are. It's better to call drink detail view. Let's put the basket here. And where is our add button? Basket add drink. Yeah, it's much cleaner. Basket view. Yes. So we say our basket dot items, and then we will get an item in, which is a drink. Just fix my curly braces here. So now for each item, we want to show it. So we have this drink row that we have created. So we can use that. We can pass a drink. And then we have this option of what happens if somebody clicks on it, because our drink row informs other views that call it that somebody has clicked on it. Because here we are not going to do anything. We don't want to have an option to be able to click on it. So we are going to pass just empty curly braces. So no action happens whenever user clicks on it. So if I quickly refresh here. So let's say if you want to have the option that in your basket, whenever, let's go to the ready application. This, ignore. Let's say if you want to have it clickable and then show the details as well, you could use that functionality because our row notifies whoever clicks that somebody has clicked on it. In my case, I don't want to do any action. All I want is to be able to delete this row. So under my for each, I will say on. I'm going to close this canvas here because it starts giving me errors. So on delete, we want to perform, and then we access our basket and ask it to delete items. Alrighty, we don't need braces there. So every time somebody slides on our basket, we want to be able to delete something from it. And the list, I want to put some list style here of grouped. And then we want to put a button, which is this place order button. And this button should be always here on top of our tab. So let me add a lot of items to our basket so that we will go over and be able to scroll it. All right, so you can see it's like a floating button. It's always there on with some space from our tab bar at the bottom. So we want to achieve that. We are going to use our save area inset, and then we have the edge option. And since it's at the bottom, the edge is going to be our bottom. You could also put it on top, but in our case, it doesn't look nice. And content, what we want to put here is our button. So I'm going to create a separate button, but just for now, let's put our navigation title So this is going to be on our Z stack. And I'm going to create, let's get some nice emoji here. I have this basket. So I will put it here and call this basket. Let's try one more time to bring our canvas back, see if it works. Oh, I think I know why it's crashing, because we need to pass this environment object maybe. No, it would give us an error. Let's clean and just try one more time if our canvas will work. No. Okay, we can live without it. We have this, our title. Let's run it on a simulator. Go to our basket and we have our title and nothing is in our basket, but we can try and add something. And now this something is in our basket view and I actually can delete it. Okay, so the next thing is to do this button here, the floating button that we want to add. So let's create again, I don't want to put everything here, it will be so messy. View builder private func, and I will call this place order button, which will return some view. And let's call this function inside our button area. Okay, so this place order is a button. So let's create a button with a label. And label again is going to be a text, and we are going to have our total amount of our basket, so we can access our basket and get total price. We want to also format it as currency euro, and also I want to say place order. Okay, let's add a button style of border prominent, and again we want some padding, bottom and 30, comma. So the action here to place an order, we will access our basket and create order for, and we need to pass a user here. For now I will access my dummy data user, but we are going to change this. We need to gain access to our user object. So this is it for our basket. But remember, I told you, I will tell you why we are using a Z stack here, because whenever, if I show you my ready application. All right, let's place an order. We don't have user. Because I don't want to really go ahead and delete every single line here, I will just place an order. So whenever our basket is empty, we want to show a nice image to our user instead of this empty white line, empty gray area. So we are going to put a new view on top of our V stack, and that's why we are using a Z stack here. So after my V stack here, I will check if basket items dot is empty. So we need to show this some view. Let's call it an empty basket view. Otherwise, if we have something, it will be our V stack with our place or order button, and we can also click on it and place an order, which actually will empty our basket. So let's just try that functionality. We add 2 items, come to our basket. I didn't run after this. So we need to gain access to our button. Let's get the Coca-Cola and some cappuccino basket. And we have this place an order with a total calculated. So when I press this button, it will say order, place an order with ID. This is our ID of the order. And we had 2 items in our order. It was Coca-Cola and cappuccino. So this, if you remember, when we were doing this Firebase repository, we put it here in our place order function. Later on, we are going to save our order in Firebase, but for now, it just gets all our order here and just does nothing, only prints out information. But what is important for us is that we know that our orders are being placed. It reaches our repository that has to place an order. And also, our basket is being emptied. And obviously, we are not going to see this button because as soon as we empty our basket, we should see this empty basket view that we are going to build soon.